guys, welcome to I Emily, and today we're going to be talking about 15 kids you won't believe is sex. Now, before that, if you want to win my beautiful backdrop, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. So anyway, let's get started. The first one is Charlotte Garside, and she's the smallest girl in the world, and she's barely the size of a large teddy bear. And she was born with primordial dwarfism, and doctors that she was not going to survive it past her first birthday. Yet she's now younger and alive and kicking. And with primordial dwarfism, you get mistaken for a baby. And when she was born, she weighed just 2 pounds. And Charlotte had a private tutor at her school and able to socialize with the other kids, although she had an intelligence level that several years below her actual age. While they're so clear about Charlotte, her family will continue to support her and hope for the best. And she's just a cute little girl. And she will not slow. She doesn't want will be slowing down anytime soon. I mean, she looks like a porcelain doll. I mean, she's just so cute and cheeky. The next one is Fernand Jossi. I'm sorry, I have been pronouncing. And he was born in India, and he came out of his mother's womb with his right foot weighing severely more than his left foot. And as a young child, Bernard's right foot weighed 12 pounds, which wasn't much more than his tall body weight, and the foot was large and difficult to lift. and the foot was so enlarged which will undoubtedly make his daily life a challenge for Ferdinand. But even so, the boy is able to run, jump, and play like any other boy. There's still people in his village who don't want their children to play with them, but he proved himself to be capable boy. Still, it'd be helpful if doctor could figure out why this condition presents to Bernard and how they get rid of it. Unfortunately, a diagnosis had not been made, even with dozens of doctors check out Bernard's birth, and the doctor told his family that the only solution is to amputate his right foot. So I think that already happened. I'm not sure. the next kid is Anki, and people, some people have birthmarks. And see, I got birthmark on my right eyebrow, just more. And I got one on my back, but let's not, let's not, let's not. Anyway, so Anki was born with a large birthmark that covered half of his face, and before too long he even to grow hair. It gave him the appearance of a werewolf and was very upsetting for just a young boy. It also made him the subject of many jokes and stares. Not only did the emotional trauma going through this, but Anki had also dealt with the physical discomfort of having hair over having hair all over his half of his face. On top of that, his dad died when he was 4, and his mother was mentally ill, and he lived with his grandparents. He working with a psychologist, and fortunately, a doctor stepped forward and approached Anki and his family to offer a life-changing surgery. In 2011, Anki was welcomed to the Germany Plastic Surgery Hospital for free procedure. So you don't have to deal with the trauma. I mean, people have birthmarks, and I mean, I got a more on my right eyebrow. I mean, I didn't get trauma. Next one is Manor Maggot, and this Egyptian baby was born with a twin sister attached to her head. To make matters, the twin sister Islam was a head and bare torso, but she was able to blink and move her mouth. The doctor at the hospital were to add, saying that many were going to survive to have a normal life. The Islam needed to be removed. This was the case of craniopathia persistens, also known as the case in which a parasite twin is born attached to the other twin. Maya was operated on short after when she was born, and seemed that she survived the surgery well. However, just a year after the operation, Maya passed away. Islam died soon as she was surgically separated from Maya, which is typical of this type of operation. The condition of a parasite twin is extremely rare, and no one has been able to survive the separation surgery as of yet. And she was 2 years old when she died. So sad. Next is Tessa Evans, and she was born without a nose. And she she, it's just so cute. It's cute. And with the no shipping, there's an empty cafe space covered by smooth skin. Doctors saw that this could be a problem, so they gave Tessa a nasal implant that will encourage a new nose to form. Slowly but surely, a little bump began to form, and little by little, a nose for Tessa is evolving. She is the first person to receive such a treatment and be given a fully synchronized nose. The implant will stretch out the smooth skin on top of the empty cavity in her face, and hopefully will become a natural looking nose. Tessa was born with Alenia, which has only 46 other known cases in the world. And although she can't smell, but she can sneeze. Just looking at the picture, she's so cute. She is adorable. She was 1 in a million. Next is Claire and Lola Hartley. And during the summer of 2016, Zika virus and if you don't know, the Zika virus is that transmitted by mosquitoes and especially dangerous for pregnant women because it often produces babies with microcephaly, which microcephaly is the condition where a baby head is smaller than normal. Gwen Hartley gave birth to not just one, but 2 daughters with this disease, which caused tiny heads and brains. Claire and Lola were given 1 year to live, but they divided the odds, and despite their minimal brain development motor skills, they're 100% loved by their parents. Although 25,000 people in the United States are born with microcephaly, but there are more cases in Brazil. Although Claire and Lola, they were still acting like babies, which made them burden in public places, which is a shame. Unfortunately, they died. Claire and Lola passed away. But their impacts are good. The next one is Deepak Paswan. And when Deepak's mother was expecting him, she felt a lot of pain, some complications from the pregnancy. And Deepak was born with 4 extra limbs just out from his body. It turned out he was housing a parasitic twin inside his body. And Deepak became to know that the 8-limb boy had clearly paralyzed arms coming out of his chest and stomach. The good news is that Deepak was able to undergo dreamily into surgery, all at no cost to his family, who certainly would not been able to afford it. Such a surgery would have cost about $50,000, and he was 7 years old when he given the pre-operation his native India in 2010. His quality of life drastically improved, even though he was considered to be a devil child by some of the people in his village. The next one is digital multifill. Again, I don't know how to pronounce his name. So this boy had a huge mole that resembled turtle shell. It was dark brown and bumpy and took up his total overall weight. Not only is unsightly, but extremely uncomfortable for the boy. Fortunately, he was able to have the mole removed, which greatly improved his quality of life and gave him the appearance of a typical young boy. And he was 8 years old when British plastic surgeon flew his native Colombia to perform the surgery. And he had a rare genetic mutation known as congenital myositis nevus, and now he and his family are no longer marginally group with the Columbia Village and have appeared on American Boy talk shows. I mean, this boy was taught. This boy was taught in American Boy talk shows. Next is Vincent Orchid, and this is really sad for. And this boy was born typical youngster, but when he was a year old, he was stricken with a rare condition that made his legs balloon to gigantic proportions, and he suffered from a form of elephantitis, and while the disease only affected his leg, they took up more than what his entire body did. The inflammation caused his legs and butt to swell big proportions, and then Vincent was unable to walk. The lymphatic system was blocked, and he also had to censor his urethra. And a doctor in Toronto was shaken by Vincent's story. After he lived through empowered this Spanish youth in children. The first step to get rid of Vincent's legs of the SF5 fluid, then an operation set to take place. But unfortunately, Vincent died before this was able to happen. He was not paying for the most of his life, and it's sad that he wasn't able to be helped. I mean, poor Vincent. I feel sorry for you. The next kid is Matthew Cabasso, and so this boy was born suffers from hydrocephalus, and it's a rare genetic condition where too much fluid surge to the brain, causing the head become enlarged and what? And I mean, it's sad that babies with hydrocephalus have big heads. I mean, just sad. I mean, next is Mohammed Kaleem, and he was born in India, and he suffers from extremely oversized hands that prevent him from enjoying his everyday life. Simple tasks such as getting dressed or eating are nearly impossible for him to do on his own. Rather, he needs somebody at all times to ensure that he stays safe. While his hands look he can hurt someone, they are so heavy that Muhammad would rather not use them or lift them out. Each had 5 fingers, although the proportions are uneven. The hands look like inflated latex gloves. So how big are these hands? They measure 33 centimeters. In 2015, a plastic surgeon attempted to remedy Mohammed's local gigantism, and the operation helped a little bit. Hopefully, more improvement can so Mohammed can go to school like normal boys and girls and not be marginalized by his community as a devil child. Then this was sad, just sad. The countless children of Vietnam, and I'm not making this up. So this is why people don't use Ancient Orange in military combat anymore. Soldiers used Ancient Orange during the Vietnam War to cover enemy hiding places, destroy leaves and foliage. And the chemical contains toxin, which is one of the most toxic substances known to man. Unfortunately, the chemical had leached to the soil and water of Vietnam, causing inhabitants to consume it, and this resulted in a number of births in which the children were born with cone heads. 400,000 people have died from complications from toxin exposure, while thousands of babies have been born with deformed heads and bodies. Some of them have cone heads, others have human masses attached to their heads, and others have even worse condition. For instance, one boy was born with his eyelids fused closed, his fingers and toes webbed, and his kidneys malformed. Others are born with cerebral palsy or tiny bodies in huge heads. The next one is Mia Gulsala. I'm not good with pronouncing names. So, she was born with a specific birth defect that causes the legs to be fused together. When she was born, she closely resembled a mermaid because her two legs were totally connected in the beach were in a power position similar to a mermaid's tail, and she was able to have her legs surgically and she was nicknamed the Little Mermaid in Peru, and she had undergone several surgeries to or have her legs separated, but unfortunately she passed. And there's another girl in there's another girl. Her name is Shiloh Pepin. And she died all the way back in 2009. And she's forever being a mummy girl. The next is Amelia and Jasmine Appleby. And did you pretend you and your best friend were twins growing up? It's fun to be imagined, but you don't look like each other. A real life example is the Amelia Jasmine Appleby. And these two are fraternal twins, but they were born with different skin, hair, and eye color and made them completely unrelated, yet they came from the same mother, just minutes apart from each other. The twin mother is a white woman, and while the father is a black man. Even so, a mixed-race relationship and offspring doesn't usually produce twins that look like nothing like each other. Doctors supply that the difference occur in the womb after one of the mothers is split up to create two different embryos and change exposure while the room as well difference the way in their DNA was expressed to them that could have caused the changes. I mean, it's cute too. I mean, I love twins. Like, Mary-Kate, Ashley Olsen, Zach Colin, Dylan Spouse. I mean, it's just so cute when paternal twins with different skin, hair, and eye colors. I mean, it's just so adorable. And the last one is Pan. It's I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these names. And Pan is a young Chinese boy who, with a rare inherited disease, skin disease called ichthyosis, and his skin is extremely dry and cracked and has the nickname Fish Boy. And the disease causes his skin to be thicker than normal and exhibits geometric panel dry flaky skin. Because the ichthyosis has covered most of Pan's body, it's difficult to go about his daily tasks. Even lifting his arms can be a struggle. The flaky skin condition is also present on his face, which can cause discomfort in his entire body to overheat very severely. Moreover, he has high risk for skin infection and severe pain due to his disease. As of right now, he's still. I'm not sure he's still living, but. And that's it for 15 beautiful 1 million kids that you won't believe exist. Again, if you want to win this background, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you later. Bye!